Welcome into the newest edition of JTS After Dark. We have Jai from the Hey Jai podcast, also the founder of IMS Production, who produces the show. And we also have T-Mail, who apparently is a delusional Falcons fan, because I don't know what I don't know what any of that has to do with anything. Good thing we're
Oh,
not
you a
talking
real
football on this
Falcons
show.
fan?
I mean, that's true. That's a good point.
What
It's a good
you
thing we're not
mean?
talking
We're
about
not
the
talking.
Super Bowl.
At
We're not
some
talking about the
point,
Super
we're
Bowl on
gonna
this show.
stop hating. At some
I
point
was-
in life,
I'm
we're
not
gonna stop
hating.
He's he's not.
It's
He's not.
accurate
I'm
though.
gonna tell you exactly. I found that out in real time. I was like, damn, like you ain't even got to be hating, toy. Like, damn, I'm telling you what he said. I'm like, bro, I was like, bro, just hate him.
Hey man, I tell the truth here. That's what I do. That's what I do. But follow at J Time Sports on all your favorite platforms, literally all of them. Whatever you can think of, Just in Time Sports is there. Follow at J Time
on my
Sports.
face.
And of course, follow IMS Productions 2023 on Instagram. Follow your production needs, so on and so forth. All right, in today's show, we'll talk about the NFL Combine. We'll talk about Juju Watkins. We'll talk about the NBA. We'll talk about a lot of stuff. But to start, what are we going to
Breaking
talk
news.
about first?
Breaking news, nigga. Your girl is at the floor seat of the game. No, seriously. Breaking news
Literally, Kyrie just went down.
at the time of this recording.
Yeah, literally at the time of this recording, Kyrie just goes down.
In the paint and scores.
I heard AJ call him the best paint scorer in the league.
Got Kyrie down here. That is obvious here. First, you're going to see banging knees, knee to knee on the right leg, and then the left leg will plant. And the way it planted is the concern.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving steps through the lane in a typical Kyrie Irving fashion, and then he goes down, grabs his knee leg area, and immediately asks for a trainer. He was then helped off the floor. If Kyrie Irving is anything more than a twist or a sprain, which of course will probably be known by the time the show comes out, Nico Harrison may not make it out of Dallas. It's like at this point, it's just ridiculous. Like the person you traded for gets hurt. Every big in the lineup with him gets hurt. But then ultimately you fall back on, well, Kyrie will get us there until, AD comes back. And then Kyrie's hurt. Meanwhile, LeBron and Luka have not lost. Except for that weird couple of games with Atlanta and Charlotte. Who cares about that? They have not lost recently. They have not lost recently.
So they lost.
they
We
lost.
get it.
They've not
bro.
lost in their last 3 games.
We get it, bro. That LeBron your uncle, but you ain't gotta lie.
I didn't lie.
He lost.
Recently.
It's okay.
They haven't lost recently. They lost in the past 10 days.
All right,
But
That's recent.
they have not lost in the last 10 days. Regardless, you got Luka hitting step back threes, talking noise to the Clippers bench in back-to-back games. You got LeBron James flying around the court. Literally. And you have the Dallas Mavericks proceeding to find a way to have more stars injured. So, instant reaction to Kyrie's injury.
Shout out Unc, man. Get healthy. Get him out of Dallas.
I think he was gonna be out of Dallas regardless. The minute Dallas traded Luka, I was like, their season pretty much sunk. So might as well, if Kyrie, if it's something serious, shut it down, buddy, and just see what the young dudes got going on. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Ain't too much happening in Dallas right now.
I mean, that's tragic though. Like you pretty much trade Luka under the guise of we're gonna go try and win it this year.
right.
And then literally everyone gets hurt. And it's like that just sucks. Like
Yeah.
oh, also ticket prices are going up in Dallas next year. 8% for season ticket holders.
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a fucking world.
I mean, if it helps, the Saints also raise their ticket prices. So,
Stupid.
yeah, but they're still better than the Falcons.
Like,
Anyway,
the person that was bringing in fans and putting people in the seats, you traded them.
and you proceed to up the ticket
Kyrie
price.
hurt. and he's probably gonna be gone before next season. So why would I even be a season ticket holder?
Nico
Very
Harrison
true.
is putting on a master class on how to fail at your job.
Nico Harrison's putting on a master class on how to have your team sold to a different city.
Yeah,
I know, but they're not leaving Dallas.
Okay.
Well, that was actually a rumor, and I'm kind of glad that we're talking about that because we didn't really talk about it whenever the trade went down. That was a, I don't want to say a theory, but that was kind of like a theory of that the owner, she is a big investor into casinos and things like that, like the majority owner. Because it's no longer Mark Cuban, it's a woman. I forgot what her.
A Dumont
Not saying that
family.
it's a woman, like women can be owners, but it's not that many women NBA.
It's not Mark Cuban.
Yeah, it's not Mark Cuban, but the new owner. She's like a big investor into like casinos and stuff. And of course, in Texas, can't really have that part of Texas. I think you can't really have casinos, right? Especially in Dallas. So I think apparently, whenever she bought the team, she had like some hush hush that was gonna go, and with the lawmakers, and it was like, "Hey, we'll let you build one." You know what I'm saying? We'll bend the rules, let you build one. Yeah. Whenever she got there, they kind of reneged, and it was just like, "No, we're not doing that." And then she was like, "Okay, bet. Well, I'm gonna get the team moved to Vegas." It's like, you can't move it to Vegas. We got too much fan support, and yada 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 yada. And then so the conspiracy theory was that she sent Nico Harrison that email like, "Hey, get Luka up out of here. So we don't have a superstar for them to root for. Raise ticket prices.
Hey, bro, that's
We get out of here. All right. When the team not making no money, move it to get the NBA to vote to move it to Vegas because they do want to open an NBA team in Vegas.
They do.
You can have a casino in Vegas.
You got a lot of casinos in Vegas.
Exactly.
I mean, I heard that theory as well, and they're also hedge fund people, so they're very dollars and cents, and so if they can cut costs and increase profits, they're gonna do it any way they can. A 20-62 basketball team is just as close, if not as profitable, as a championship team. So you necessarily gotta like win to be profitable in sports. Especially if her goal is to have a casino attached to the arena, which was the rumor that she wanted to put like a massive casino right next to the arena. And Dallas was like, nah, you can put a massive casino inside the arena if you want to in Vegas. Like you can literally come off the casino floor and go on the court. So, yeah, no, it definitely sucks for Kyrie. Hope it's not bad. It doesn't look great, but I hope it's one of those situations where we'll look back and be like, oh, it's not nearly as bad as it looked.
All right. Well, since we're in the realm of the NBA, let's go to something that's very similar. Yeah, off the court, but kind of still reflection on the court. NBA talking heads. I kind of wanted your thoughts on this because as we know that the about a week ago, LeBron said in response to Anthony Edwards' face of the NBA question, "Hey, why the fuck would anybody want to be the face of the NBA?" in so many words, he was just like, "Why would anybody want to be the face of the NBA?" Our game gets picked apart and scrutinized. The people that are supposed to cover it talk bleep about us every day. So who would want to sign up to do that? Right? And then this was preceded by his point was literally proven the next day because that same night, Steph Curry dropped 56, I believe.
Yeah.
It's 56, 46, something like that. Steph Curry went off 9 threes.
56 against Orlando.
I was
12 threes.
12 threes. Yeah, what did I say? Whatever.
9.
Nobody produces the show. So it was literally proven the next day with Stephen A. Smith talk shit on LeBron. The
And
face
Brian
of the
Windhorst.
NBA.
And Brian Windhorst.
I don't think, and Brian Windhorst, he tried to be a little bit more neutral. Because, Gil going around for the players. Stephen A. Smith is complete heel whenever it comes to the players. And I think that, I'm going to let y'all jump in, but I think that he was hidden as much of a hater as he was behind Skip Bayless being in the ethos. and I don't use the term of him being a hater because I don't think he's like a hater in general, but he is very how he talks about players. It's not a lot of analysis that goes on, and we kind of talked about it last episode about like how just former players talk about the modern game. I think you can go the same for like media people because if you look at how the NFL is covered versus how the NBA is covered, if Lamar Jackson had 500 yards in a game, but Patrick Mahomes said that Patrick Mahomes just beat Jaden Daniels, and Jaden Daniels like, you don't want to be the face of the league. And Patrick Mahomes said, yeah, who wants to be the face of the NFL? You know what the lead story would be? Lamar Jackson threw for 500 yards in the game.
We're not going to hide the fact that he talked noise about us. I mean, we're not going to like play that up.
Yeah, and then we're going to follow up with, well, what do you think about Patrick Mahomes saying that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the NBA, Steph had 50-something. He like 35, still probably the best point guard in the league. Yeah, we don't care about that. Look at LeBron saying that the players are talked about bad. What are your thoughts? Oh, I'm going to follow it up with talking about the players bad.
I told y'all last week, bro. Don't nobody. I mean, yeah, you talk about like all your off the court issues can get like hit, but the way social media is ran today, to where like if something happens, everybody can know about it within the next 30 minutes. You know, but like there's no real perks of being the face of the league. Like back in the day when Jordan was the face of the league, he was branded with shoes. He was on all the commercials, like coming up, like that was the perk. But now it's like I don't have to be the face of the league to have my own shoe deal. Like I don't got to be the face of the league to have, you know what I'm saying, to have my own money coming in or nothing like that. So like, I mean, it's really no point. Like the only thing that comes with, like you said, being the face of the league is sports media talking bad about everything I do.
And I think that if you're going to listen to somebody about what the face of the league, the problems with being the face of the league, you should listen to the guy that's been the face of the league since, honestly, LeBron
before he got in the league.
I'm about to say, was it before he walked in? With a Sports Illustrated article?
He was a face before he walked in, but I would say he became undisputedly the face of the league since like 2012. It wasn't even close. It's LeBron and everybody else have to follow in line.
Yeah.
After Nike stopped doing them commercials with him versus Kobe, and it was just him.
Puppets.
Yeah. Hey, them commercials was cool, bro.
Hey, them puppets was gangster.
But if it was just Bron.
But like,
and I don't know. I just don't like how like it's not enough analysis, which the real hoop is. Now I'm sure they got some players that just gonna complain, but like people should listen to Kevin Durant more. Kevin Durant is the perfect example of who you talk to about basketball. He'll go at you. They don't keep it basketball. Like the talking heads, they'll say that, oh, he don't have that dog or something like that. Or they'll talk about like antics or like I don't know. They'll be like they start to say stupid shit like aura. You know what I'm saying? Like Stephen A. Smith said, oh, the players are confusing the media with social media. No, y'all are talking like social media. Y'all are maneuvering like social media. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should not be talked about in comparisons to Michael Jordan when you got somebody like Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Who has the resume that he has. Like, dang, that's like, you're not, it's almost like they don't watch basketball. Like, whenever they talk about basketball, it's almost like they don't watch it. Yeah. Except for, like, the Lakers, the Knicks. Yeah. The Lakers and the Knicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
They want them to be the two best teams in the NBA so bad. And they're just not, bro.
And they're not well, the Knicks aren't close. Well, the Lakers aren't close either, let's be honest. I mean, I think that the NBA, I think they need to get some new media people. I think the NFL, one thing the NFL is really good at is updating who's talking to you, updating who's communicating the game with you, updating who's talking in the game with you. Like outside of Fox and like the Fox like TV show with like Jimmy Johnson who just retired, hell of a career.
Oh,
But like,
retirements to Jimmy Johnson. Been on my TV is that nigga been old as long as I've been alive.
yeah, but I said he did 30 years at Fox.
Yeah.
Um, so outside of like, Jimmy Johnson and that crew, but even that crew is like half new people. That's like Gronk pops up on that show.
Yeah,
Like you
Grunt,
have to get
Randy, Teddy
Randy
Bruschi,
pops up on that show.
like
Yeah, you have to like get new people to talk. Like we all love Inside the NBA. That's been the same show for 20-something years, bro. Like we love like First Take. Stephen A's been on First Take for over a decade.
We
bro.
don't like Inside the NBA for analysis.
Exactly.
And I'm fine with the former players being primarily entertainment. But I think for the people that didn't play,
like
I
the
don't need
writers
you
and
to
stuff.
I don't need you to call nobody a screw. I don't need you to call nobody a screw. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Tell
need
me
you to,
why his field goal percentage fell 8%. That's what I need from you.
yeah. Like when Gilbert Arenas says somebody trash and he'll bust their ass, cool.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Because we can look at him and do that. Right. I don't need Stephen A. Smith going on, and I like Stephen A. Smith. And I don't want this to be like an anti-Stephen A. Smith thing. But I think how he talks about certain NBA players, and because basketball is like his thing, because whenever it comes to other sports, he gives good analysis and it's very critical. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell why he has his job. Well, it seems like whenever it comes to NBA players, he has to be like that guy. Like, all right, look, I'm a Ben Simmons fan, which is cool, right? I believe in you, Ben. But whenever
which is cool was unnecessary.
Whenever he signed to the Clippers, Stephen A. Smith, and he had like that good game off the bench. He had like 12 points, 7 rebounds, something like that.
he was
like
just
2 blocks, something like that. And then Stephen A. Smith was like, "Oh my gosh, give Tyronn Lue the coach of the year right now if he can unlock the mental puzzle that is Ben Simmons." Because that brother. No, that wasn't even it. It was whenever they was talking about Joel Embiid's prime. Sorry to put it like that. And it was like, who wasted Joel Embiid's prime? Was it Joel Embiid or was it the Sixers? And he was like, Ben Simmons wasted his prime because he was too scared to shoot. And blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, that's not analysis. It's not analysis. Joel Embiid came into the NBA hurt. He didn't play a game his first 3 years. He hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, answer the question.
At one point recently, that might have been last playoffs, but I won't hinge myself to last playoff. Joel Embiid was bleeding through a knee sleeve and a knee brace. That has nothing to do with Ben Simmons. Like I've never seen it before in my life. You can see the brace under the sleeve, and he's bleeding through both of them. And it's just like, it's not all right. Like I don't know what's going on with that, but that ain't right. Like, and so I feel like stuff like that, like you said, the analysis angle is off. You're not analysis. You're throwing buzzwords that sounds great on Twitter in a 15-second clip. And it's like the way you cover the game is the same problem that the NBA has as far as people watching the game. It's become better to watch a game in 2.5 minutes and clips than to watch a 2-hour basketball game. It's become better to watch and consume these shows, especially about basketball, in a minute and a half, a 3-minute clip on Twitter or YouTube, as opposed to the 2-hour analysis show, because it's not analysis. Eventually, you're going to keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again because it's a buzzword.
There's too many games. It's too many games. And I think that's part of it. It's only so much.
82 is insane.
It's only so much you can break down with basketball because part of it is because the players are too good. You pretty much know who's good and who's not. But I think where they can pivot with that instead of breaking it down, because I'm gonna be honest, you're not about to scheme a lot in basketball. That's just is what it is. You're just not going to, right? But I think how they can kind of pivot with that is you have the opportunity to talk about so many other teams. Yeah. You don't have to keep breaking down the same few teams. Detroit is going on a special run right now, and nobody's
talking about it, bro.
No one knows.
This show, which you can catch on YouTube. I'm in the studio. This show is the only one that's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have to real life check to see where Detroit is in the standings every day.
Why are people not talking more about JB Bickerstaff as a coach and how he is like he's the horrible franchise savior. He's the person that you call in to fix your franchise. He may not lead to a championship, but he's gonna get them back.
He's gonna fix it.
Yeah,
bro.
like
the Pistons are currently 6th in the East, and they're a game from 4th.
bro, they talk more about the Phoenix Suns who are like 12. I don't care that Kevin Durant's not happy. He's almost never happy. He's only happy whenever he go play basketball in the summer with his friends. Like I don't care that he's not happy at work. He don't like his job.
Phoenix,
like
bro, you wanted to go there.
Like, golly, most people don't like their job. Okay, move on. Next caller. What about the Grizzlies? Nobody talking about the Grizzlies. What happened to Ja? Like, he was supposed to be the next guy.
He's about to get traded. That's what happened to Ja.
They're number 2 in the West. He's not getting traded.
No, the Lakers.
They're 4th in the West.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they all the same. It's all jumbled up. Same thing.
I mean, yeah, because 2 through 4th is a half a game apart. 2 through 5th is a game and a half.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on.
Houston's
bro.
currently the 5th seed in the NBA. No one knows.
Kyle Kuzma has researched his career.
Yeah, like he actually hooping in Milwaukee. Like,
and I'm still gonna say down the hill, Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, that nigga nice.
He was going nuts before he got hurt.
Talk about him, please.
Bro. The game Steph had 56, Paolo had 41.
But you know what we talked about? LeBron doesn't like to be criticized in the locker room.
And they proceeded to criticize LeBron.
And they proceeded. You can't make it up.
Stupid, bro. Like that's why it's like it's even hard to watch some of them shows. Like I think that's really why like he has, especially like Stephen A with First Take, he's bringing all these different people in, like Shannon Sharp and Ocho and Gil. Like
Orlovsky.
You see they podcast and you see they podcast flourishing because like yeah, it's entertaining, but when they actually talking about stuff, it's like okay, I know he knows what he's talking about because he's played and it's actual analysis, and they just not talking about the same things all the time. Like
you know what's crazy? And this is why I can't really blame Stephen A. I'm gonna get off of Stephen A. I'm gonna blame the network because Stephen A. Smith's podcast. He is
nothing
so
like
great
the show
at breaking down everything from jokes. I just seen this nigga break down Pokemon. Just because
Pokemon,
you know what I'm saying? Politics. You know what I'm saying? Like
sports, like relationship stuff. Hell, he broke down like a wine conversation for like 15 minutes on different wines he likes.
Facts. And I don't want none of the stuff we were saying to be like directly at Stephen A. But I'm just thinking about like the clip. It's how them shows is ran whenever it comes to basketball.
But even like to see Paul Pierce.
It has to be an entertainment thing, especially when it comes to like TV stuff. Because like you only got so much time, so it's like okay, you talking about the whole Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp when they be talking about basketball, how I always somehow gets thrown in with a Jordan and Bron. Like that's entertaining for like people that watch the show.
Old niggas.
Yeah,
I can say the analytics do support the way they run the show. So really, it's our fault. So it's really the consumer
fault. It's not our fault. It's not our fault because I think there's a difference between the TV watcher and the basketball fan, and I think that's where the great divide is. And I think it's different, and this is why I say it's so different than the NFL because if you're a fan of basketball, you don't care about these teams. You don't care about. You might. Most people they care about individual players in the NBA.
Yes,
that's just where we are now, right?
Yeah.
And so, outside of LeBron James and Steph, most people their favorite player isn't getting talked about on these shows, so they're not the ones that's really consuming the media. Look at the player edits, bro. You know what I'm saying? What about the dude? What about your favorite player, Dame Lillard? You're not talking. Nobody. They're not talking about the Bucks. And nobody's favorite player is Jalen Brunson. I don't care. Your favorite player is not on the Knicks. The only way your favorite player is on the Knicks. The only way your favorite player is on the Knicks is if you live in New York right now and you're probably
or you're Jordan Wood.
That's it. Nah.
Or if you went to Villanova.
Do I say that I was at Villanova alone? Because that whole
Oh yeah,
goddamn team on
Villanova,
that,
yeah.
that whole team on that mug.
Unless
But
you're
nah,
Michael Bridges' mom, you're not. Nobody's your favorite player on the team, bro.
it's just like, bro, it's just insane. Like, and we sit here and break down like the same game on over again. Like, I'm sorry, there's no reason why for 3 days we should have talked about two Clippers versus Laker games because it was the same game on repeat. They just did it like
I didn't know
a
they
different
played
start,
twice.
They
like a
did.
different
They just
start.
play one.
Nah. They played a baseball series. They played like Friday and Sunday or something like
Yeah, bro. I just saw Luka
know
kept shooting step back threes over Zubac, and I was like, "Hey, Talu, why is that like the one adjustment that you never make?" Luka been doing that since the bubble. Like on
that. He get a
Zubac.
switch on. He get a switch on Zubac. Step back three.
I bet you Zubac hate that nigga, bro. Like,
Because he knows what's about to happen. No. He
yeah.
really hates Ty Lue. Because he's like, I know he can do this to me, but at a certain point, you can stop putting me in this
Stop
spot.
switching. Just stop switching.
It is bad for your big to switch on a guard. I don't care who it is. My center should not switch onto a guard at any point in life.
I'll let my center switch on like Shake Milton. Like, I don't care. But like
Okay, I'm sorry, like a good guard. I mean, like, like a Luca, a Shea. Yeah, like,
yeah, all
yeah,
right.
What's Kawhi Leonard been doing, bro? I haven't heard nothing about
not
him.
being injured, which is the positive. Let's
Small
just
miracles.
let's not worry about the numbers right now. Let's just worry about the fact that he's still
Getting
playing
back in
basketball.
form. You know, Kawhi Leonard just like update his iOS in the playoffs. So the problem is the phone break. The hardware and the software are on the same page.
Let the phone be underwater, so the iOS can't update no more.
I don't care if nobody say, man. The Clippers was going to win the championship that year. They went to the Western Conference Finals. That year that Giannis done won it. Kawhi Leonard was playing like Michael Jordan. I don't care, bro. You only don't like Kawhi because he's on the Clippers because you're a fake Lakers fan.
I'm not a fake Laker fan. What I'm
You
saying
are.
is,
You be on the
I'm not a
Lakers
fake
like
Laker
a
fan.
lot. You be on the Lakers.
I was told by somebody in one of these three boxes that the best ability is availability. That's what I was told.
That was for football.
So-
that was for football. That was for football.
That's what any
Oh,
sport.
Basketball
Any
got like
sport.
a million fucking games. You can miss some time. It's cool.
Well, he always misses the wrong time. Ever since he
Thanks.
won in Toronto, he misses the wrong time.
He got arthritis. I think he got what Todd Gurley had.
I believe you because his knees
I
are degenerating.
100%. Because like it just
I
can't
don't.
get right.
I think he really
100%.
don't want to play basketball no more, bro.
I feel like in a perfect world, he has a team in San Diego, but because it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's like, think about it. There was no basketball reason to leave the Raptors. That whole team came back except him.
Yeah. He didn't want to be in Canada. He never wanted to go to the Raptors.
Exactly. He wanted to live as close as possible to San Diego if given the option. You know, the close team in San Diego, the Clippers or the Lakers.
Facts.
The nigga still lives in San Diego.
Actually, it's the
Yeah,
Warriors.
he drive to work.
Nigga drives 2 hours to work every day.
He's such like a regular nigga. Like here.
He don't want to
Like
hoop, bro.
Like you know how much you gotta be committed.
Really good at it.
I feel like he
he
drinks his
does it.
lunch in like a Tupperware bag or something. Like it's a Tupperware. Like, yeah, my girl made me this.
Like you know how committed you gotta be, my nigga, to drive 2 hours to work.
He said, I'm not living there.
I mean, but if you think about it, bro, like they really on the road all the time for real.
Yeah, but think about it. He gotta drive 2 hours to the airport to catch the plane.
Yeah, man.
The team still fly out LA. Like,
I don't think he was ever going to the Lakers because the minute I think he would have went to the Lakers if LeBron was on the Lakers. I wholeheartedly believe in that.
no, I believe you as well.
Because I think that the minute that you play with LeBron, you have to it's championship expectations. And I really think that he was like, hey, I got 2 rings.
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm straight.
I really
bro.
think he cool, bro.
Like even when his contract expired, the Clippers paid him. But when Paul George's contract expired,
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody was knocking the Clippers for paying Kawhi and Harden for Paul George. The Clippers knew
except
something.
me. I kept telling folks,
Yeah,
man.
you
Paul
were saying don't
George.
pay none of them niggas. You don't like none of those guys.
No, my only thing with Kawhi is if you're really trying to win a ring, then he's always hurt.
He's not. He's not.
Bro, yes, he is, bro.
He's not trying to
So
win
He
a
misses
ring.
most of the season, and then he goes on this like 10, 11 game stretch in the playoffs where he plays great. And
he looked
everybody
like the best player in the
oh,
NBA.
Kawhi Leonard's back. Kawhi Leonard's back. He's played great in the playoffs. Woo. His team just not all that. Blah blah blah. No, like you're not.
The nigga played 30. He played like 38 minutes against the Suns. Looked like the best player on planet Earth. And then like the next day was like, yeah, you probably not playing in the playoffs no more. Excuse me?
I'm cool.
like what happened? He didn't even get like bumped or nothing. It's like
I just saw this nigga like yesterday. Like
he was doing it on
did he get hurt coming
defense.
Like did he get hurt coming off the plane? Did he roll his ankle get on the bus? Like we just saw this nigga.
He said, "I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be great." So that way,
He
can't nobody bad talk
just
me.
enough to remind niggas like
that I'm him.
I'm putting folks
just
like
sucked.
Jaylen Brown over me or something like that, bro. Like,
Yeah. Just so niggas don't lose their minds here.
He be like, hey, I'm still Kawhi.
Yeah.
Whenever people were saying that, oh, Paul George might be the best player in that team, he was like, all right.
Like, bro,
like, all right.
I keep telling folks about these hooping dudes, man. They can't hoop for real.
Nope. Free Zach
Oh
Levine.
man. Free Zach Levine.
All
He's
right.
always on the very mid roster.
Pretty much all we got for the NBA.
Hey, we talked about other teams besides the Lakers and the Knicks. So I feel like we're doing better than most of them.
Facts. On to what happened. Hey, Jackson, what happened in the NFL recently?
Deebo Samuel is no longer in San Francisco. And he probably ain't the only 49 receiver on the move. But he is no longer in San Francisco as he was traded to the Washington Commanders for a 5th round pick. That's it. For context, the Cowboys drafted a receiver or traded for a receiver with 9 career catches for a 3rd round pick. Shout out Jerry Jones there. 4th round. Doesn't matter. It's more than Deebo. It doesn't matter. All right. But Deebo Samuel was traded literally for a 5th round pick. Again, that's it. I don't know what the situation is with not getting proper draft capital back, but Deebo Samuel, Luka Doncic were traded.
But what is proper draft capital for Deebo Samuel? Let's really bust this down.
A 5th round
you're a receiver.
A 5th round pick. He's not a great route runner. I mean, yes, he's good run after catch. Yes, he is. But he's always hurt.
Yup.
A 5th round pick. He's the 4th best route runner on his team. And I ain't even count George Kittle.
McCaffrey, Ayuk.
I ain't counting McCaffrey either.
Pearsall.
Jawan Jennings was playing better than him, bro. So, yeah, moving for a 5th. Just moving for something. You got something. Unlike the Bengals, they finna lose T. Higgins for nothing. They keep franchise tagging.
They take the shit out of him. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The Bengals are going to do everything in their power to keep him. He's not happy at all. But the Bengals are going to do everything in their power to keep that man. They're willing to go out there with a XFL roster. As long as 3 people on that roster name is Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase.
They cut an offensive lineman, and I feel like they're just not getting the message of like what they're not getting.
Hey, man, if Joe Burrow don't make it to the playoffs this year, I don't want to hear nothing about top 5 quarterback. You make $55 million a year. Make something happen.
Joe Burrow should have took it short. I ain't gonna lie. He should have took it short. Because he knew that it was coming. He should have took it short.
I feel like at a certain point,
podcast talking about, it's a lot of ways to manipulate the cap and blah blah blah. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. You make $55 a year. Make something happen.
I mean, there is a lot of ways to manipulate the cap because the Saints do
I don't
literally
care about
the cap. However, at a certain point, Cincinnati, you got to stop cutting the one thing. He was the only, guards in a guard was the only mild benefit you had for your O-line.
They got a bad O-line and a bad defense. They're about to cut.
And they keep cutting
pass rusher, and they just cut their offensive guard who never missed a game. Their 2 tackles. The reason why their tackles were bad is they were hurt all season. Their center, in and out. But the one guard, they missed a game in 2 seasons. Yeah, let's cut that guy because we got to go pay a wide receiver because even though we drafted 2 wide receivers in the past 2 years, we just don't. We know that they trash, and we hit on 2 really good wide receivers and Chase and Higgins. So Joe Burrow can't throw to anybody else apparently.
I don't understand what they're doing. But this is not about the Cincinnati Bengals. This is about the San
Man, this is
Francisco
about the
49ers.
offseason.
It's about the offseason. It's about the offseason. I mean, at this point, we're here. But anyway, yeah, right? Yeah, I don't know at this point. But the Niners did move Debo. Interesting in San Fran, though, because they're going to have to move other people because Brock Purdy has to get paid, and they're like jammed against the cap at this point. Even with moving Debo for basically nothing, they're still jammed against the cap.
I need the Niners to take a stand. I need the Niners to be the team to take a stand.
Yeah, I do too. Please, oh my God, please. Stop playing.
Brock Purdy better not make nothing over $45 million. If he Baker Mayfield deal for all these middling quarterbacks who are good with a certain system, Baker Mayfield deal. If he wants anything more, if he want to get maxed out, let him walk.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be the greatest thing I've ever heard you say about the NFL.
Baker Mayfield deal.
Let them walk, bro. Let them walk, bro. Please let them walk. They not that good, bro. Y'all pay these quarterbacks $50 million a year, and then okay, well, we pay you $50 million. Go perform like a top 5 quarterback, and they can't. Now you don't got no money to pay nobody else because they don't want to restructure. They don't want to. Nah, man, let them walk. That's why I said, look at it. Matter of fact, look at the Cowboys. I said they should not pay that. They paid them, and look what he is now. Getting rid of their whole team, their whole roster.
Oh
and
my! Wait.
That can't restructure no time soon.
Oh, I don't even know. Wait, the Niners may be idiots, and I find that hard to believe.
Why?
They're gonna take so they already have going into the season $33 million in dead cap, and which cuts their actual cap space down to 18-ish million. Oh, I'm trying to open this up. Deebo Samuel carries a $33 million dead cap hit, a $31 million dead cap hit. So for trading him, you're going to incur $31 million dead cap. That's pretty stupid.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Washington Commanders are going to take on some of that.
They have to be. They only got them for a field.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
That you're not eating.
Like, I knew whenever they traded him for a fifth, they made the money work because you're just not about to dump just to dump him. But yeah.
Do you think Ayuk get moves? I think you do.
No.
I think they're gonna. I mean, off of ACL injury,
you're not gonna get no more than like a third.
And you still got
You're not gonna get no more than like a third because he wasn't playing good before he got injured. He's technically only had like one good season.
Well, I'm saying like
you free up 30 million. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think, but I'm saying like the price tag is gonna be super low. You might as well keep him because he's only 26.
I don't know, man.
Unless you saw enough out of Ricky Pearsall.
I think they did, bro.
I don't think the Niners have to get cheap somewhere because they've had the advantage and disadvantage of drafting really well. So I think at some point they got to get cheap somewhere.
You got to pay your draft picks.
Yeah, because you drafted so well. So now you got to start peeling off some of those guys who make a whole lot of money because you got guys coming up that's like, yo, we've been producing at a high level. We need our money. So I think they're going to have to make decisions that are going to be questionable to fans, but it's like, we got no money. We're trying to avoid being the Saints because Jesus Christ. But, so
they land Tavares Ward walk.
Oh, no, he said he's leaving regardless.
Yeah.
He said he's leaving regardless.
Yeah, he's out regardless. Yeah.
Like in rest in peace, he lost his daughter who was like a few days old or something like that. She was real small. Yeah, so he was like, man, he just don't feel comfortable living in California.
Yeah.
Anymore. So he said he leaving regardless.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know that was pretty wild. Yeah, he was like he every time he goes around the city, kind of remembers it. So he
Yeah.
was out regardless. A very sad, unfortunate situation.
Dre Greenlaw too said that he's also probably going to test free agency.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm saying you were gonna get some cap relief from those situations, but they're gonna have to start making moves a lot more direct. Shout out Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with 45 points in 3 quarters. So you're gonna have to start making moves to combat that situation and start to put talent around Purdy because clearly he's gonna be the guy in San Fran. So he's never gonna win a Super Bowl, but that's neither here nor there.
The other major move that happened so far, if we can shift to another NFC team. Man, shout out to the NFC, really moving and shaking so far
Gotta do
before
something.
the league year starts. Darius Slay, big play Slay. Cut.
Oh, I thought they was gonna
saving only $4 million.
I thought they was gonna sign him for like a year, like they did. Yeah, how they did Fletcher Cox that 1 year.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to Detroit.
Yeah.
Finish his career.
I can see him back in I can see him back in Detroit too. He's adamant about playing one more year. And there's one thing that Dan Campbell does, he takes care of his guys. So Slade being on the market, I can see this being a 1 year, $6 million plus incentive type deal to go back to Detroit. And
he'd have value there.
And Detroit's good.
And I think they need secondary help. He'd have value there. He doesn't really have that in the Eagles because they got Cooper DeJean, CB1 over there.
Safety one.
He's not a safety. He plays quarterback. He plays cornerback.
For now.
You can't change his position.
Yes, I can. All right.
It's March. It's March. You can give him props. It's March.
No, I can't.
You can give him props.
No, I can't.
It's quick to get Luka props though, right? All
quick.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's Slovenian, so it's a little different.
Luka and JJ.
Yeah, but JJ.
I don't know. Slovenian sounds too close to slave master for me, but that's just I don't know.
He's Slovenian. It's perfectly fine. He was oppressed too, but most of Europe.
All right, man. Well, the league year starts next week, so that's when we're really gonna get all this good news, good shakeups and stuff like that. Any combine opinions? Saw a lot of fat niggas run fast. So
a lot of fat guys were moving. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in the water right now, but a lot of them fat guys is getting out of there.
You know what's crazy though? That does nothing for me in the combine.
Nothing, not a thing. It's fun to look at. Well, to me, the combine does nothing in general. Like everybody talking about Will Howard
for those late day 2, day 3 guys to try to do that, or if you got to like answer a question per se.
Yeah, like is he really explosive or whatever? But no, like I don't care that Will Howard threw bad at the combine, dude. You're throwing the receivers you met today on timing routes.
Well,
number one, but number two, if you ever hear NFL coach talk about the combine, he's looking at the quarterback from the time the ball is snapped. Does he do his drop well? Is the mechanics look fine? And does he throw to the spot correctly? If the receiver's not at that spot, who cares? Like, does he throw to the spot correctly? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
The combine for quarterbacks now is for who's going to be a good scout team guy.
Yeah, like every quarterback who's going to be a franchise guy who plans to be didn't throw. Like
Jackson Dart.
I say what I said. So
he could be a starter.
Yeah, I say what I said. He's Gardner Minshew. So no, he's not. All right. No, they're all Gardner Minshew. So moving on. Yeah, but Cam Ward should do.
The quarterbacks, you're not worried about them. They didn't throw. I got a bone to pick with you specifically, and I want to talk about one specific thing that came out of the combine.
Are you talking about Campbell's arm length?
I'm talking about Will Campbell and them baby ass arms. He got small arms and small hands.
And yet he was the best left tackle in college football. So
You know who else was the best left tackle in college football at their time?
Who?
Zach Martin. You know, Zach Martin played in the NFL and is going to retire
All
as a
pro
Hall of
guard.
Fame left guard. All right, then. So Will
Right.
Campbell is a guard.
hey,
You got little arms. You can't be a tackle.
hey, man. All I know is,
34.
as a Patriots fan,
I hope we don't draft.
yeah, I'm about to say an all pro anything is advantageous.
Bro, if we spend the number 4 pick on the guard, I'm done. I'm not done because Drake May's there, but I will almost be done.
Hey man, I seen in a lot of mock drafts that y'all don't get Travis.
I don't want Travis either. I do, but I don't. I only want Travis at wide receiver.
All right, so the Vikings, I mean, kind of expected news, but they are not going to tag Sam Darnold, but he will enter free agency. Again,
That's
kind of expected.
crazy to me.
I heard
But I
they
would
trying
tag
to sign him in multiple years though.
I would have tagged
You
him.
can still tag him.
Nah,
they're
like
not gonna tag him.
they trying to have him for multiple years.
But
You
I'm
can
saying you
still
can
tag
tag
him.
and then extend or tear the tag
Yeah.
up in the But letting him go to true free agency with the Raiders circling in the water,
The Giants, the Raiders,
the Raiders,
Jets,
yeah,
the
like
Saints. Nah, not the Saints.
not the Saints.
Nah, the Saints said they keeping Derek Carr.
Saints keeping Derek Carr because they kind of have to.
Yeah.
They went into this offseason like $7 million over cap.
The Titans. They said they want to bring in competitions for. If you sign Sam Darnold, that makes that number 1 pick even way more valuable. Because then,
Because now I don't necessarily need the quarterback necessarily.
is somebody gonna jump the Browns for Cam Ward at that point? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to come get Cam Ward? So that makes that. You know what I'm saying? Or who wants to come get Shador? But I think Shador is.
It's an option that we could
Shador
have
played the
had,
game
but
properly.
Gerard Mayo fucked us.
I don't think a quarterback gonna get like if the draft order stays the same, I don't think a quarterback gonna go top 4, bro.
At all?
Cam Ward is going 1, 2, or 3.
Now I don't think he is if the draft order stays the same.
Cam Ward is going 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna say if the Cleveland Browns allow if Cam Ward doesn't go 1 and the Cleveland Browns allow Cam Ward to not be a Cleveland Brown, it could be rioting in the streets of Cleveland.
I'm not saying that. If Myles Garrett is gone, I'm not mad at the Cleveland Browns for taking Abdul Carter.
That's fair.
I think they're gonna take him regardless.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think they're gonna get Cam Ward.
I don't, bro.
But I wouldn't be mad at Abdul Carter. Now, back to the Sam Darnold of it all. The Vikings are stupid.
The Vikings are
You tag him.
Hey,
Because
worse.
at the very least, you do the transition tag, or not the transition tag, the
non-exclusive tag.
You get something for him because somebody's going to pay him.
Yes.
And at the worst case,
they might be the
keep
team
him.
to pay him.
You let JJ, but even if you want to pay him, stupid because you could lose him. That makes no sense.
Yeah, this is pretty dumb. It's one
Yeah.
of those things that like it was expected, but it's still pretty stupid. Because again, at worst, he doesn't play for you, and you get a second round pick from him. Great, he led you to a playoff. He led you to a playoff game, and you got a second round pick, and you didn't have to pay him. So now you get another asset in your armory. This is dumb. This is pretty dumb, especially when you're not spending your tag on anybody else.
Literally nobody else.
I can see if you're another tag candidate, but it's like no one else can get the franchise tag.
And what if JJ McCarthy isn't ready? Then what you gonna do?
Or what if he's really not as good as Artie wasn't good?
Still, I don't know, man. I feel like they could have got something for that. Steelers, that's another QB needy team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that
that wasn't smart. The Colts. Anthony Richardson sucks.
Yeah, but I think they don't believe in him. I don't know why. But
they gonna get the Colts gonna get Daniel Jones.
Before we hit to our last segment, do y'all have any like free agency predictions, like anything that y'all expect to be done on the first, second day of free agency? Because it starts on next Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah, because the tag deadline is tomorrow.
and then the league year starts on the 12th. But they get like the pre-agency, so
Yeah,
really Monday, huh? Monday we should be
the
getting news.
tampering period begins March 10th.
Yeah, so a week from now.
Yeah. So yeah, next Monday.
Monday.
So do y'all got any? I
think Chris Godwin's gonna be a Patriot.
I'm saying there's not really no like super big name guys in free agency for real.
I think Jair Alexander could end up a Bill.
I think he will end up a Bill.
I don't think so.
I think Dre Greenlaw is going to be a Falcon.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think Myles Garrett's gonna end up an Eagle, and I'm gonna hate life.
I think the Falcons are gonna try to get Montez Sweat, and then he gonna be like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't think the Browns are gonna make Myles Garrett an Eagle. I think that the Commanders are gonna come in, and I think either the Commanders or the Bills are gonna make a move for him. And I really hope it's not the Bills. I
don't think they're gonna trade him.
Finally have a chance, and I don't want them to pull the trigger.
I don't want them to have Myles Garrett.
I don't think they're gonna trade him, bro.
I don't think he's gonna play. I think we might see the first actual legit holdout. I don't think
he's a guy like. Let's be honest. He has a lot of money in the bank. The problem with holdouts is they hold out when they need a contract. He's got paid already.
He's holding out because they stink, and so that means that also means they just can't trade him anywhere.
Yeah. So it's like, trade me to where I want to go, these lists of teams here, or I just don't play for you. Like, so then you don't have me or the assets you get from me. Like,
and you don't want to trade him to the AFC. I think he goes Commanders, but I think if you're the Eagles, what do you get back? What do you give up? I already said my asking price is 2 first. That's the pick up the phone. That's the pick up the phone.
I mean, if I'm the Eagles at this point,
if I'm the Eagles, I do it.
If you're the Eagles, they're gonna have to come off some money.
Who cares? If you're the Eagles, you got probably a 2 to 3 year window of just go for it. Just balls to the wall. We're gonna try and get as many things as we can. After it burns out, it burns out.
But you're gonna risk letting a lot of people walk, though.
That's 2 to 3 years from now, probably.
Anyway, because they got a surplus. Like Milton Williams gonna be a free agent. Josh Sweat gonna be a free agent.
That's a 2 to 3 year.
Just because Slay, I wouldn't be surprised if Brad Barrett gets cut. Too.
He's still on the roster.
Yeah, he was hurt. And then the Ku Klux Corners, they started turning up between DeJean and Blankenship. So
it's the exciting whites.
Oh, what did I say?
I don't know, man. I need my GM to start.
I'm not gonna say what you said.
Like Howie Rose.
It was definitely a great show. We touched on all areas of basketball, even the trash media at times. We even jumped some football in there, which the league year will start next week. So excited for that. Right? So excited for that. This show will never talk about baseball. But, all sports are covered here. I mean, no, we're not talking about him either. And so this was a great episode. So excited you guys are with us. That's all I have. TML and Jai. So glad you guys can keep joining the JTS After Dark show. So we really gotta approve TML's captions. That has to be approved beforehand.
My caption too.
Hating again, bro.
No, I totally approve of yours. It's accurate. But we really got.
I should have changed my caption to season 3 Avatar. Remember the Anglo girl from the coma?
And on that note, this is JTS After Dark signing out. Oh no, he can't. He did the cat.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Come and get it. He gon' tell it to you straight, to you straight.